How's it going, everybody? It is your boy, Ringo Flats, back again with some more Spongebob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. And we continue on to the old Goo Lagoon. Not Goo Lagoon, damn it. Jellyfish Fields. Uh-oh, I said the D word in the first minute. Guess I'm not getting monetized this episode. Wouldn't it be funny if this is my first episode that really blew up and I couldn't do anything for it? Just damn it. No! You know what's something I want to play? I know this is already known lore on my channel, but I've said many times before, my favorite franchise, I love Star Wars, I love Zelda, you know? My favorite video game franchise, but my favorite franchise is what? That's correct. Transformers. Love Transformers. The toys, the movies, except for The Last Night. I didn't think Age of Extinction was as bad as. It's definitely the worst of the ones I can tolerate. But The Last Night makes me cry. But games I want to play. I remember being so fun. They were good games, but the two, the War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, great games. But the thing is, Hasbro lost their.
Do I look like I'm okay?
They got into it with
I mean, bigger than usual because it's usually pretty big.
whoever the video game company they made those games with.
Gosh, you're bald!
And so they're no longer supported. Like for a little short while, you could play it on Xbox One. You could play Fall of Cybertron on Xbox One. It looked wonderful, but they took that feature away, and it made me so sad.
Well, according to the
Because they lost the right. Like they did it for. I actually never played Transformers Devastation, but it looked cool and everyone said it was really fun. But they took away the support for Devastation too.
Jellyfish!
But they never even had War for Cybertron in there. But I loved War for Cybertron. I think I liked it more than Fall of Cybertron because it just had a longer campaign.
I guess you're off the scale, sport.
But I love the multiplayer for Fall of Cybertron because you could make your own custom Transformers, and that was like my dream as a kid. I had all the DLC for that game. Like I had the one, it was Vector Prime, but he looked like Hot Rod because he had the smokestacks on his arm, so I made my own custom Hot Rod. It was wonderful. I had the G1 Optimus Prime skin that you could use in the campaign. It looked like classic Optimus Prime, like square truck. Damn it, it's B.
I love opening presents.
I would love now. I guess now I just need to get a nice HD Xbox and just buy the disc for those games, and then I could play those on this channel. That would be really fun. Especially because I haven't played them in a while. Like I remember I did beat War for Cybertron eventually. But I remember like War for Cybertron being really hard. It had a little bit of a. I remember I didn't play it on the hard. I don't even remember it had difficulties, but I did. If there were, I played it on the easiest difficulty. But I remember it getting pretty difficult. But I loved you could select like your team of Autobots in the beginning, like, and it would change them out. Like sometimes, I think the first level for the Autobot campaign, because there's an Autobot and there's a Decepticon campaign. For the Autobot campaign, I remember the first level you can. I think you can. You just have to choose one of three, but the other two, because you do the campaign together. You walk around with each other, but you can play as Bumblebee, Optimus, or Ratchet. And I remember there's one you could play as Sideswipe, and he looked awesome in the game. He was always fun to play with. There was one with. There's one level Ironhide. I remember that. It was the. Kind of like, I think, the halfway point of the game after Vector Prime died. Spoiler alert. Was it Vector Prime? I don't even remember the Prime they used for that, like Prime before Optimus Prime. I think it was Vector Prime, though. But yeah, I love those games. Like I said in the last Pokemon episode, I want to get back to Saints Row 3 at some point, just not right now. Like, obviously, I love that game, and it was really fun to play on here, but I don't know, I just kind of lost interest a little bit. It was just a mix of things. I think it's because I was playing it outside of recording on my own game, and so I was like, man, I don't want to play this twice right now. Mistake on my half. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't try to play games on my own unless there's like a really difficult part and I need to practice on my own, but Or I shouldn't say I shouldn't play games on my own. Obviously, I'm going to do whatever I want. But I shouldn't play the same game I'm playing at the same time as I'm playing it on the channel.
Another find for Patrick.
I do believe I have to get to the top of this little mountain to do that. There's a bungee level. This game gets some pretty difficult platforming. Not terrible though. I struggled more with the Curse of the Flying Dutchman platforming than I did. Oh, than I ever did with this one or the movie game. But the movie game has some harder bosses, I remember. The bosses aren't terrible in this game. Even the last boss. The last boss I would say is the hardest, and it's still not that bad.
998, 999, 1,000. Ready or not, here I come!
Okay.
You've just met the Sponginator.
Yeah. I auto-collect shiny objects, I do believe. I always forget that you auto-collect shiny objects. I always run towards them. Spongebob is a strong boy in this game. He's definitely my favorite character. I think Patrick is my least favorite character of the three that you can play as in this game. Well, I guess in this game, in the multiplayer mode, I do believe you can play... I know you can play as Squidward, but I think you can also play as Mr. Krabs. Not sure on that, but I know you can play as Squidward. But I really like Sandy's gameplay, but SpongeBob is just my favorite to play as. It's like when I played Devil May Cry 5. When I played Devil May Cry 5, I love the Devil May Cry series, and I should play some of those on the channel at some point. But now, this might be a little controversial, okay? I do love Dante, but the first Devil May Cry game, it was the first M-rated game that my parents ever... Well, my parents really didn't care. I just didn't buy my own video games because I was like... That game came out in 2008, so I was 6 when that game came out. But I remember my dad... I remember he brought that game home for the Xbox 360, Devil May Cry 4, where you play as Nero in that first half, and you don't play as Dante as much in that game. So I really like Nero. I like Dante's playing style, but I'm just better as Nero in 5, where you get to play as both of them, and V, which I don't really like V's playing style, but a lot of people do. So I'm gonna say I love V's playing style. But yeah, I love Nero's playing style. What was I going with that? I don't remember. That sucks. I forgot what I was saying.
I love opening presents.
I was saying something important. Oh yeah, but I was just trying to make the point that there's a lot of times when playing games that I latch on to one player's or one character's playing style, and so like most games, if like you can select between like multiple heroes to play as, if it gives me the option, I'm playing as one for as much as I can. So like on my Devil May Cry 5 save, oh my gosh, I didn't think that was close to me. I have Nero freaking maxed out, and Dante's all right because I do like playing as Dante too, because I love Dante as a character too, but not as much as Nero. Like V is like there's a few levels where you have to play as a character. I'd play as V and he'd just be awful because I'd never upgrade him. It's the other game that's like Miitopia. I played that. Very fun game. I love Me games. But in Miitopia, my character, my main dude, who's modeled after me, obviously, he was so high level compared to all his companions because there's like 3 game resets in that game where you lose your crew, your 3 other friends, and you have to get 3 new ones, and you have to change your class. And then I remember at the end you get to change your class back to whatever you want. So I like the sword dude. That's why I started out. But for a while I was an alchemist, and then for another while, I mean, look at those butt cheeks. But for another while I was also a tank dude, or like a little gun tank dude. But after I got all my crews back for the end portion of the game, I switched my crews around a little bit because sometimes you can have characters sick, but I kept most of my main crew from my first playthrough when I was still sword dude, and I was such a high level. I just like one hit most enemies and they're still struggling to keep up a little bit, but there's a little bit of a curve, so they started catching up near the end. But yeah, I really like sticking to one character in story-based games. Now, obviously, it's a game where you have multiple choices. I'm gonna switch out, but that's not always true either. Like in sports games, like since I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm usually gonna pick the Cowboys. Not always. Sometimes I like to play as a Bengal or a Raven. Sometimes I like to play as a Bill. But usually, yeah, the same thing if I'm playing an NBA game, I'm gonna choose the Mavericks. And usually in 2K games, they have old rosters, so I'll be playing as like Dirk Nowitzki, like 2011 championship Mavericks. The only time I've ever been proud of a Texas team. That's not true. I guess the Astros won the World Series, but I don't usually support Houston teams as much. But any Texas team winning the championship is good. But Dallas is the closest of any of those cities to where I live in Texas, so yeah, I usually stick, but like when I play racing games, I'm usually going to be Jeff Gordon, because I usually play NASCAR games. I'm usually going to be choosing Jeff Gordon's car. Not always, but usually. But if it's story-based, I'm definitely going to, if I can, just stick to one character. I don't know why. I just don't like having to switch styles around. That's some people's thing, but that ain't my thing. Gotcha.
Take that!
Okay, cross the river. I don't think I need any underwear. I'm not gonna risk that for some undies. Hey, I didn't think that was close to me. I guess I do need those underwear now. Is this worth risking to grab some underwear? Oh my gosh.
I feel like a new sponge.
It was worth it. Okay, we continue onwards and upwards. Okay, that's the way I'm supposed to go. Is there a checkpoint anywhere nearby that I can grab real quick, or did I just grab a checkpoint? I want to get a checkpoint in case I fall off. I guess it's not that far of a distance, but okay, I opened a box, so that helps. Oh. I can't remember how many spatulas you have to get to the end game, but I don't remember having that much difficulty with it. I remember I was getting frustrated at levels in this game that I didn't even need to complete because I already had enough spatulas to get there. I just wanted more. Send me back. I don't know how you get to that. You probably need to do the... Oh, no! No. No. Yeah, there's stuff here that I don't have. I don't have the ability to mess with yet. Like I apparently need to turn to Patrick at some point. I don't even know. See a bus stop anywhere near. I don't have the bowl yet. I love the bowling in this game though. It's a really fun way to kill enemies. That is one thing, though. I don't think in this game, that one thing I like in the movie games, you can upgrade Spongebob and Patrick's abilities. You can't play as Sandy in the movie game, but you can upgrade. Patrick's a lot more fun, even though he handles the same as he does in this game, but he has one new move in the movie game that's so good. He does a spinning wheel where like he can move around really fast and hit enemies at the same time, and it's wonderful. But you can upgrade both him and SpongeBob's moves, so like when you get this move, like that one right there, instead of SpongeBob's head, he lifts his fist, but originally he has his karate glove. Then he upgrades it to his like a big metal glove at one point. But yeah, you can upgrade all their moves and stuff, and I mean, just get SpongeBob and Patrick to
button is the most
an
satisfying.
unstoppable force.
Push, 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 push.
We will switch to Patrick up here at some point, though. I know that for certain. Actually, I think I can check how many I need. I can't remember how many you need to get into the chum bucket. We can check that when we get to the area that the chum bucket's in.
Man, I have all your comics and toys and mail.
Huh? What?
I don't think that's Ernest Borgnine.
Yeah, it's that Sponge kid. And now, what was I supposed to tell you?
That Patrick is surrounded by robots and needs my help.
Huh? Oh, no. I think it had something to do with massaging my feet.
Well, if massaging your feet will save Patrick, then massage I must.
Help! They're making me hit myself!
Massaging your feet isn't working. I think I'd better try a more direct approach.
I'm glad they didn't show us that part.
Toenails?
Here I come, Patrick!
I love Mermaid Man's design. Just a freaking orb, but I love his head sticks out the front. Okay, we unlocked that box.
It
So we can go back and
shines.
get anything we miss.
That was a ton of fun. I should do it again sometime.
You know, I should do it again. How about right now? So I can get more shiny bits, because I need them. Get in there. Boy, get in the box. What's in the box?
I love opening presents. Boy, Patrick will be glad to have this back.
Oops, missed that one.
Another find for Patrick.
Got another one. Okay, I'm not going to worry about getting all the crates. I got the 2 socks, so I'm happy. Need to get Patrick to help him, but he's unreachable. Maybe these switches will create a way. These robots are guarding them heavily. I remember one time I played this game on the GameCube, and there's a part in this level when I moved to Patrick. I think I glitched out of the map, but it wasn't like out of the map. Like I wasn't like on like a, like a gray box. You know what I'm saying? Where you could tell. I remember I was walking with Patrick through, and like going out in like the sandy parts over there, and I somehow made it to where I needed to be as Patrick. But I walked for like 5 minutes out in this random spot out in like the middle of nowhere. But it looked like I wasn't supposed to be there, but it also wasn't like all the things out there weren't like low texture and stuff. Like you could actually like walk up to them and stuff. I was so
You
confused.
just met the Sponginator.
I wish I was recording at the time, but that was like when I was like, how old was I? I was in middle school, so I think I was 13 or 14. I was playing at my grandparents' house, their GameCube. And yeah, it was that was a weird experience. But I'd played this level before, but it'd been a little while since I picked up the game. So it's like, I don't remember if I'm supposed to do that or not. I don't know. I mean, it's been so long. And like I said, I got to where I was supposed to go, but I remember that specifically just walking out in like the sandy area. I want to say it was over there to the left. Yeah, like going through like all these bits and stuff. But eventually, yeah, I can't remember if I like loaded in something and I loaded into where Patrick was supposed to be. I don't know. But it was funny, whatever it was. But the platforming, Spongebob just handles so well in these games. It really makes you feel, when you mess up on the platforming, it makes you feel like you're the problem and not the game. You know what I'm saying? Any other shiny bits over here? It's 2 green ones. I'm kicking ass and taking names.
Hey, SpongeBob!
Whew! Thank goodness you're safe, Patrick.
Well, of course, SpongeBob. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, the robots and the...
Oh yeah, I found this for you. I don't know what it is, but it looks important.
Thanks, Patrick.
I think I skipped
tell
a
you
little bit of
what,
their dialogue.
all that
I didn't want to
running
do
around
that.
has left me pooped. Why don't you continue on for a bit?
Okay.
Yay! Does it tell me how many I need to get to each place? These are... All the things on the corners are not full levels. These are all full levels, though. I guess the Chum Bucket Labs is also kind of not a full level. I love this one. The SpongeBob's Dream might be my favorite level in this game. Rock Bottom's really fun. Goo Lagoon, I remember not being one of my biggest favorites. Same with Flying Dutchman. Kelp Forest is fun, but man, I remember that one. It's got some, like, not puzzles. There are a few puzzles in this game, but there's, like, some parts just like, I don't know where to go. You get lost easily in the Kelp Forest, which is, you know what, honestly, great design, because that's what it's like in the episode where Squidward gets lost when he's trying to run away. I guess, yeah, we have to go to the gate to see how many we need. That's okay. That's another reason, though. This game, you throw the watermelons a lot easier than you did in the last, or in the old versions of Bikini Bottom and the movie game. But man, there's some infuriating parts. You kind of swamped me. No, I want to be Patrick. I'm always Patrick during this part. Patrick is the better person to be at this part. Like I said, Patrick is definitely my least favorite to play as in this game, but that he's still very fun to play as.
You sure gotta carry a lot of stuff around.
But this, I was trying to say before, but I lost my thought in ADD tangent. I was talking about, though, how, you know, I usually like to play as one player in this game. SpongeBob is definitely my favorite in this game. And this game also kind of forces you to play as other characters, because that's the only way you can get certain spatulas. But man, I do enjoy playing as all three of our little heroes in this game. Uh-oh, mayonnaise. Or tartar sauce. We're getting close. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. Oops, sorry. Sorry for party rocking too hard. Oh, I almost slipped there. Remember,
Hey,
kids,
you barnacle head!
make sure to
Watch
check for
where you're
ticks tonight.
going.
You always gotta check for
Rock
ticks.
is talking to me. Almighty Rock, I am at your command.
Put in the work, put in the hours. Take what's that?
Down here, you big pink lummox.
Oh,
That's
hi
me.
there, Mr. Plankton. Are you going to vaporize me today?
So very tempting. Unfortunately, I found myself in the undesirable position of having to assist you.
I was in an undesirable position yesterday, and now my neck hurts.
What does
My
that mean?
words, my large future minion. Go into Jellyfish Cave.
Patrick is
Follow
trying
the
to pleasure
instructions
himself.
on the signs that you see.
It hurt his
At
neck.
the end of the caves, you'll still be a big pink idiot, but you'll know enough to help defeat the robots and get me back into the chum bucket.
You'll still be I love the dialogue in this game.
I might spare your life so I can force you to work in my sweatshop, making low-quality design and knockoff wallets.
It's awesome. The comedy is so great. All right. This is a good stopping point with the gate right here. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this episode, be sure and hit that like button. If you really liked it, be sure and hit that subscribe button. You can find my Instagram down in the description below. And with that, have a good day.